It's story time. Story time. Let's read this story time. Story time. I'm geek this story time. Story time. You and me is story time. Story time. Let's achieve. Hello and welcome to Story Time with me, Kayla. How was everyone's Valentine's Day? Did you do anything fun? I hope your Valentine's Day had lots of love and peace and happiness and laughter, because mine did. I got to spend time with my mother, which was so much fun. But I have some big news. It's a story time with Kayla first. Now, I was on Instagram one day and an author by the name of Jonathan Marshall reached out to me telling me about his new book that he wrote and how it's about being there for someone, and specifically being a black father who's there for his kids, there for his son. And this is a first because he's the first male author to be featured on Storytime with Kayla. So thank you for reaching out, Mr. Jonathan Marshall. This is going to be fun. I've read this book a couple of times already since I got it from my P.O. box, and I am just in love with it. It is something that I think everyone should have on their bookshelf for a bedtime story. So without further ado, I would like to introduce the book of the night, which will be I'll Be Right There by Jonathan Marshall, illustrated by Julia Orthey. Look at that. Look at those beautiful brown faces. Now, in the mail, he sent me a copy of his book, and he also sent me a button. Look at that. I'm going to put the button on right now. I love buttons. I wish you can see. It should show one day all the buttons that I have on my jacket, because I'm definitely going to add this one to my jacket. And he also sent me a thank you card. It says, Kayla, thank you for taking the time to read my story. Glad to know I am the first male book in the Nook. See what I did there? I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much, Mr. Jonathan Marshall. I definitely enjoyed it. And I'm ready for you all to see what this book is all about, because it is a winner. All right, ready, set, let's begin. I'll Be Right There by Jonathan Marshall, illustrated by Julia Orthey. And he signed it. He left his card too. It says, Kayla, I hope you enjoy this book. Remember to take time to be there for someone. Jonathan Marshall, of course. Yes. Look at the beautiful sky, the twinkly stars. This book is dedicated to Tico and Biko. Hey! In the middle of the night, whenever you have a fright, I'll be right there. If you hear the creaking of a door or a thump on the floor, worry no more. I'll be right there, with the S on his chest. I could be on a boat out at sea. I could be climbing up a tree. But if you call on me, I'll be right there. I could be flying in a plane. I could be riding on a train. Just call out my name. I'll be right there. Whoosh. If your dreams make you sad or have you feeling bad, just yell out, Dad! And I'll be right there. I know dreams sometimes are creepy, which makes sleeping sometimes not easy. But know if you ever need me, I'll be right there. The end. Wow! See, I love this book. On the back of the book, it says, I'll be right there. Those words can mean a lot for little ones when things seem big and scary. How awesome is it to know that someone will be there for you? That is so true. And I just want to say shout out to Tico and Biko. Your dad loves you so much. And he never could have done this book if it wasn't for you all. So never be afraid to come to him for anything. He only wants to see you all happy and smiling and feeling safe. So thank you, Mr. Jonathan Marshall, for sending this book, blessing us with this book. I really think I would like to see this book like explode everywhere because it's definitely a bedtime book that's needed. It's very important that children feel that someone will always be there for them. And just know that I will always be there for every last one of you all. Just reach out to me. Call me, beat me if you want to reach me. Well, I thank you all so much for joining me today. But it's time to say goodbye. Are we ready? That's right. Goodbye, 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 my friends. Goodbye to you. I hope to see you again real soon. Be proud of all your work tonight. Now climb into bed and sleep real tight. On the count of 3, let's say good night. 1, 2, 3. Good night.